Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I am your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's up?
We are here to cover the Bachelorette, the Men Tell All reunion special. Just if this is your first time, please like and subscribe. We cover everything from Bachelor, Survivor, Challenge, anything on the Netflix reality shows, lots of things. So just check us out and see if you're a fan of other franchises besides The Bachelor. This was interesting, Bri. I had fun watching this. Just off the top, I enjoyed this episode. I don't think it needs to be 2 hours. I think that's a running theme we have with a lot of our Bachelor and Bachelorette coverage. There's always that extra hour or so that you really don't need. But overall, I felt like it was very akin to a lot of the positives and negatives of the season. There were a lot of funny one-liners and some interactions. There was also just a little bit of the white knighting that we all kind of hate and are used to. And on the negative side, a lot of it did become about Michelle kind of correcting the guys. And a lot of it became about overproducing. So
Yes.
that's kind of my general thoughts. And we'll get into the main thing. We're not going to go crazy long, definitely shorter than we normally do. But Bri, what are your overall impressions of the episode?
I enjoyed it. Like you said, like it doesn't even like I think if they cut down on like the clips of like showing everything, I think we could save like 20 minutes of not even including commercials, like 20 minutes of show. But my big point is, where was my boy Leroy? It's on a milk carton.
Insert. Where's our boy Leroy?
Yeah, my pick, but I'm happy. You and I are both happy. We got some PJ, and I was happy about that. He got some speaking.
Yep.
And he wasn't, you know what else I liked? He wasn't one of the guys that I thought was over the top. A lot of people that were over the top were people I already didn't like. A lot of people I like a lot were not over the top, and I was thankful for that.
No, definitely. I mean, there were some people too that were kind of like over the top. Where did Casey come from? He hated everybody.
Yeah, right, exactly.
He hated everyone. He barely spoke all season.
He was a lot of Bachelor in Paradise auditions done tonight, and he's definitely going to be on it. After what I saw today, he will definitely be on.
Oh, we'll comment on some of the guys that are definitely. I mean, we got a confirmation that Rodney was going to be on Paradise. They said maybe on a beach in Mexico, and everyone kind of cheered. So it is nice to know that Rodney looks like and I think Rodney will clean up in Paradise. I don't think he'll be somebody that'll get dumped. I think he would be the dumper, if anything. I just don't. If he gets dumped in Paradise, there's going to be a riot.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a lot of suitors. I think.
No, I think so.
He was awesome on the show. Like everything that they went to him, he never said anything bad.
No.
He should be the Bachelor. I mean, it's just like even the audience. I know it was fake, but the audience loved him. Like even Tayshia and Clayton liked him.
No, they popped for him definitely. Yeah. So I'm gonna go through just a couple of the key really quick. We're just gonna give our points on some of the key interactions per se. One of my favorite ones, which literally had a full story arc in this episode, was Will versus Pizza Pete. You could not have convinced me that this is how this was going to go. What you would have convinced me on is how it started off with them fighting after the highlight reels. And you're right, Brian. That's a perfect way to put it. The highlight reels are good. They're just too long.
Yeah,
just cut them down to the highlights. I did like some of the one-liners here. Will did say Peter should have went on Shark Tank. I thought that was
they had some good zings.
They had some good zings. Also calling out his sister for going into his DMs.
I feel like that was bullshit. I think he was just jabbing the knife in. I thought was a little aggressive.
All right, if you're talking about bullshit, was the subpoena true?
No, I don't think that was really.
Yeah, no. Rest in pizza.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was good. Because by the end, after Pete brings his pizza out at the end, he sticks his hand out and says, "I'm willing to drop all this. Let's like hug it out." And they hug it out.
Yeah, squash.
If there is a real subpoena, I think he's going to do okay, Will. I don't think he actually slandered him or libeled him in any way, shape, or form. Can't prove that he did any negative pizza reviews, and they hugged. So, really interesting. It's going to be a good one in Bachelor lore. I'd wonder if any of them would eventually show back up on a Paradise or something else. They're funny.
Yeah, I also was thinking this entire time while watching it, he could have even planted those reviews himself.
Oh my
and then
God.
posted
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
The
And
Bachelor
even Will
producers could have
been
done
in
it.
on it. Yeah, they could have all been. I think that they're all in on it.
Um, they kind of harped on the Playbook guy a little bit. I don't really care. That was such a stupid thing. He obviously showed the producers that when he interviewed for the show, and they probably were like, "Oh, it's such a cool thing, yeah! Like, look at you." And then they just sold him down the river. I would be really pissed if I were that guy.
Yeah, and like I didn't care about it because he was on the show for like 5 minutes. So
It's stupid.
them bringing that up, they spent a whole segment on it. It's like, who cares?
I feel like this episode is just like an epilogue where like I have like the person's face up and then I just put the line of what happened to them. Like Martin apologized for being mad in the limo. Who cares? Like, obviously you're gonna be mad when you lose. It's kind of almost like your thing. It's a game show, not for money, but it's a game show for love.
Yeah, you just got dumped.
And apparently he had a girlfriend anyway the whole time, which I get what he was saying. He was talking to a girl before, and then he went on the show, and then he started talking to her again, and now they're together. Good for him. Like,
something taken completely out of context. They just ran with something and made it convenient for a storyline.
Chris S, nothing really of nature. You know, he says sorry. Kind of everyone pops. Olu tells him that he's not dumb. That was funny.
Yeah.
Pretty Ricky got a lot of screen time. He was the one that came off the most into Michelle of anyone.
Yeah, still
like he's still hung up on her. It was a little weird. Talk about a little weird. I feel bad that this happened. We've covered this. The Tayshia segment though, bro, to me seemed like it was a recording for some footage for her own season that they'll do in the future.
Yeah, it was. I just find it hard to believe that it was in the middle of the show and she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you weren't wearing your ring." Like, come on.
I didn't like
like, if you really wanted to sell it on us, do it like while they're like, show us a backstage studio footage crap.
I'll cover him next since we've already basically touched on him. Rodney, I think he came off great. Yeah. Everyone loves Rodney.
Plus,
even Caitlin kind of low-key complimented his dick.
Good.
Yeah.
Hope everyone compliments his dick.
Yeah. So I mean, we're all team Rodney here. There was a fake streaker.
Yeah, definitely not. That box, like I said on the show, the sensor boxes are way too big for these guys. They're bleeding like hips.
No one looked disgusted or freaked out in the audience. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there was
good try, ABC. You know, good try. This isn't episode 3.4. It's episode 34. We're on to you.
Yeah, we're not dumb. We know the size of a sensor block should be.
We know the appropriate level. So the last person really we want to touch on before we kind of go in the preview and kind of Michelle herself going into the preview of the rest of the season is Jamie. I obviously during our coverage of the actual season definitely reacted to some of his lines and some of the stuff, the spring break mode and things like that. And he probably had the most screen time dedicated to him. You would say so, right, Bri?
Yeah, it was between him and the Pizza War segment.
Yeah, the Pizza War stuff with the pizza at the end. But my notes on Jamie, I wrote that the guys obviously seem really pissed off at him. This was vintage white knighting, like we've talked about in the past, where they all group up together to try to be like the good guys and go after people. I mean, for as upset as like they made the guys seem and like Michelle seem, this dude did not seem bothered. So to me, that's where like the producing stuff comes in. But I mean, if this guy had really been this vitriolic towards him or really hated him all so much, like I don't see how he could have looked so unbothered.
Yeah, he would have pulled like a Thomas and did a video chat or something, not been there presently or something like that.
Well, Thomas was smart too. Thomas is smart. Thomas's girl was there too.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say she was pregnant. I was like,
oh, I thought they were gonna say they were getting married. I was ready.
The whole time I was like, this is a Thomas redemption tour right here, and it's like I loved it.
Wait, so we have to go to the Bachelor live though?
Yeah, we should. Once the show's big enough, we should.
Yeah, we need to go just in general. We should just go ourselves to when it comes, and
I'm gonna wear the shirt. This is a game show for money.
Yeah, we're going. No, we're going. I'm looking up the tour dates. We're going this year. Okay, so that was basically the stuff we wanted to cover about the actual reunion itself. Overall, it was good. We do want to talk about Clayton's preview for his season. Brian's been so anti this dude from the beginning. All I want to really say is also it is the most dramatic season yet. Again,
Yeah, for the 34th time or whatever number seasons.
we do get the flashes. Clayton like does some weird stuff in this. He says that he's in love with 3 women. That's cool. We've seen that part. But then it looks like he tells the final 2 women, or at least 2 out of the 3 final women, that he was intimate with them. And apparently, at least they're editing it to look like that's gonna like blow up his ish.
Right. Yeah.
Why would they be surprised?
Why would he say anything? I mean, come on, bro.
What about the line too they had in the quick thing? Has anyone ever taken back a rose?
See, the problem is like you probably remember more. I was just whenever I see these commercials, I just shake my head so hard. Like he's such a cornball.
Also seems like they kind of spoiled the season a lot. If those backs of those 2 women are towards the end, final 2, 3, why?
Right.
Why? I'm really hoping that was really good editing. Like everyone knows we don't, or if it's your first time watching, we don't look into any of the spoilers, so we don't have any idea about what's actually going to happen. I'm sure you can find out who won by now, probably.
Not on this show. Not on this show.
Not on this show. 2 more weeks, 5 more hours of this season for someone to capture Michelle's heart. They get more time than like Squid Games.
Okay. Next week's 2 hours, we eliminate 1 person. And then we have 3 hours with 2 guys.
Man, if there's 5 more hours, I could see somehow they don't even eliminate somebody next week.
Like I don't even know. I don't know what to say.
No, I don't know what to say. This is how we end. We just end with our head shaking.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, it's just then you got to watch 40 minutes of commercials, and then you watch this filler nonsense, and it's just like, let's get to this could be an hour show. Like, I'm sorry, it
could have been, or just make it like something live that we can stream or something. If
this
you want
should
to
be the only time the episode's 2 hours is the finale. We have an hour with the final 2, and then we have the reunion at the end. Not 3 hours. Like
they could, I could have gotten away with next week 3 hours.
Fine. Yes, exactly.
Fine.
Because that's 2 hours of the show combined with both, and then an hour.
The finale is like December 21st, dude. It's like Christmas week.
Yeah, we might have to dress up like Santa or something.
Oh, yeah, no, that's going to be. Oh, you heard it here first. So it's official. The Bachelorette season finale is going to be the Reality Guys Christmas party. We're going to try to get as many of our friends on who enjoy the Bachelor franchise and see if we can get a little Christmas party going. So, but this is it for that. Our next episode will be our coverage of Survivor 41. Only a few more weeks left of that. So we're really, really excited. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the week, you will see our coverage of Challenge, Spies, Lies, and Allies, Challenge, All-Stars, and all the other content we have going. But for myself, Brian, Kevin, peace.